Hey everyone, happy Halloween and welcome back to mine and the Randy Mole's 31 Days of Horror, 31 Days of October, in which we are doing 31 horror movies throughout October. As you've seen in many of the videos, sometimes we're together, sometimes we're zoomed or whatever. But anyway, I'm back tonight on my Todd and I have just watched a film called Comedown. So, Comedown is a British horror movie about a group of teenagers who go and place an antenna on the top of a derelict flat in London, a tower block. I think that's probably a better description. They go and place an aerial at the top of this tower block to allow for a pirate radio station to broadcast. So a group of these teenagers go to do this job, basically a break and entry, to put this aerial up, and in the meantime, whilst they're up there, they take drugs and get drunk and just basically have a party. So that's the kind of the premise. So a bunch of teenagers breaking an entry into a tower block and getting drunk. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. So, likes. British horror. I like the fact that with all the movies I've been watching, a lot of American, it's good to actually see a British horror. Now, this is directed by the same director who did Kidulthood. I've not seen it, but apparently they're quite good British kind of urban teenage flicks. So, yeah, it's good to see basically a British horror movie in that sense. So, yeah, I really like that. I like the set design. So this, as you can see, this tower block, I really did like the derelict, isolated set design and the decay and the mould and the rats and the mess. It just looked something abandoned for years. So they did a good job on that sense. I really like that. There's a couple of really good death scenes. One, I'm not going to spoil too much, as like most of my singular reviews, I'm not going to spoil. There's a nail gun scene, and I thought, oh, that's quite gruesome on some of the bits, and it was drawn out a little bit, but I liked the fact that it was drawn out. So I thought that scene. I liked the killer. So the killer is basically and this isn't really a spoiler because it says it on the back. It's about Mercy Point, which is the tower block. It's not empty, so it's basically a guy who's lurking in the darkness that calls this place home. And I recognise the actor. So he's been in a lot of British films like Football Factory, things like that. And I thought his design, I think he was a retired boxer. I just liked the idea and the design of him. And he couldn't speak and he made weird noises. And yeah, I really liked the design. Something a bit different, I suppose. So all in all, the lead protagonist, I forget the actor's name, but he was really good in it. I really did enjoy his portrayal and I thought he was good. So, dislikes. There's scenes in it where one of the friends spikes the other one, and there's like a trippy scene where it took me out of the movie a bit, where he could see he was hallucinating visions on a mobile phone, and the rest of it was mainly serious tone, and that kind of hallucination scene was just a bit, it just didn't flow, and I didn't enjoy that bit. There was one actor who I felt was just really overacting, and he was meant to be a dick, and you thought he was a dick, but I just felt he went too far. He got to the point where you disliked him, great, but then he got to a point where he was annoying and just starting to frustrate me. And there's a lot of slang in this, which is fine, but sometimes I was just like, just a bit annoying. But yeah, so overall, for a low-budget British horror movie, there's some good to take of it, but at some points I did find, so just after this, like, I think the middle parts of it dragged a little bit, if I'm honest. I found myself getting a little bit distracted, the old mobile phone test, or you're looking at your phone. So I think they could have done a little bit more better on the middle section of it, maybe built up a bit more tension, because it's easily done with the setup, I think, of this. So, yeah, but well worth a watch. It's getting some quite good reviews, but for me, final thoughts, worth your... I think it's worth 90 minutes if you like your slasher movies, and especially it's something different to get a British slasher, because that's essentially what it is. But it's not... it's weak in certain areas. So on that basis, I'm going to give it 2 pumpkins out of 5. So that is Comedown, 2 pumpkins out of 5. There we go. Right. Thank you for watching, whoever has. Please continue watching this series and see if me and Randy Mole can actually make 31 movies for October. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.